Hey, this is the World Advice Channel 2. What I want to talk about today is the truth about gangster rap. And when it comes to the truth about gangster rap, what I want to talk about today is the reason why gangster rap is destroying the black community. So for this video, I'm going to explain in a simple and straightforward way so anyone can understand it why gangster rap is destroying the black community, okay? So now that I mentioned that, let's get started. So when it comes to the topic of why gangster rap is destroying the black community, which shouldn't be associated with rap in general, because talks about many different things, and it's made up of many different subgenres. But when it comes to a specific subgenre of gangster rap, that is what I want to talk about. So when it comes to why gangster rap is destroying the black community, specifically, it's simply down to the fact that it promotes the gang life and it promotes the life of a criminal, okay? It makes it seem like it's cool for that matter, okay? That is exactly the biggest problem with gangster rap. Now, of course, I've heard this argument is nothing new. It's been going on for literally decades, and the truth of the matter is, I just want to make it across that when it comes to this particular topic, I just want to mention there is nothing wrong with talking about crime and music because it's not that, even though of course it's kind of sounds uncomfortable to say it, the truth of the matter is, to sum up what my point is, there's a difference between talking about crime in a way where you talk about the struggles you've been through versus making a career out of talking about the struggles that you've been through, or in other words, talking about making a career talking about being a criminal, okay? And that's exactly what I'm trying to get across here. Because when it comes to rap music, it is too oversaturated with talking about crime. Okay? Crime, 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 crime. Whether it's directly talking about crime or making references to crime, in all honesty, okay? Truth be told, okay? There's too much of that talking up in the black community, this fascination with crime, instead of realizing that there's other things to be that you could be interested in and think about, especially surprise, 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 the group of people who are actually oppressing us, white people for that matter, okay? So the truth of the matter is, we as black people are gonna have to kind of like learn to kind of talk about other things aside from talking about crime, because the truth of the matter is people always make the argument all the time, oh, just entertainment, just entertainment, just entertainment, okay? But the thing is, the problem is when you have something and you talk about something all the freaking time, and a majority of music put out there is about crime, or at least has artists who are associated with crime in some way, shape, or form, because they make their persona about, oh, I'm a gangsta, for example, then we have a problem. Okay? Because the truth of the matter is, when it comes to rap music, okay, rap music is, to be honest with you, okay, even though rap music is a genre that, of course, is that's what makes it fun, is it doesn't give a fuck what anyone has to say. It's not like grunge, specifically rock music, where it's kind of like, yeah, we're kind of rebelling against something, versus, rebelling against something, but we're kind of still, but at the same time we are kind of, still kind of, a part of the system. When you take into consideration, a lot of the people who listen to rock, especially back in the days, were rich, upper middle class white kids for that matter, whose family members, whose parents made a bunch of money, versus we are actually against the system. Fuck the system. We're gonna do what we want to do, but we're actually genuine about it. Okay. Yes, that's what makes rap fun. You can be whoever you want to be. It's not we're trying to rebel against the system by wearing like repped up clothing or pants or something, whatever. But we also are still going to like a private school and so on and so forth. Like rock is good music, but it's definitely fake anti-establishmentism. It's like anti-establishmentism when everyone's in on it versus real anti-establishmentism like rap music where not everyone's in on it. So the truth of the matter is, I know that's what makes raps fun, but at the same time, we also have to realize though, when it comes to rap music specifically, like I was getting at before, we can't just talk about the same freaking thing over and over and over and over and over and over and over again. We need to talk about different things. We need to talk about many different topics and so on and so forth, or else it gets problematic and it helps promote self-destruction. Because the truth of the matter is, when it comes to any form of entertainment, even though we in society tend to overlook entertainment as just being kind of pointless, it actually can have a huge power over people. Okay, it might not be as important as learning things like how to have good plumbing, to make sure that there's not sewage flowing in the streets, or like, for example, how to farm so we can feed everyone. Or it could be things like, for example, how we can treat people who have medical wounds so everyone doesn't, of course, surprise, 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 of course, get sick and die. Um, but the truth of the matter is, we should still not underestimate its importance, because entertainment is very important, and it's important in the sense that when there's times of peace, it actually helps make things actually interesting. And when it comes to entertainment, a specific role it should have is to in a case like relating to the black community, it should inspire people. It should inspire people to do more. It should inspire people to get out and want to improve the community. But if you just have music that just talks about gang shit all the time, then of course we're gonna say, "Oh God, this just kind of sounds pretty cool," and that's exactly what I'm trying to get across here, for that matter. And that's not good, because that is not what entertainment is supposed to, should, or I should say, for that matter, has to be. It can inspire people. It can inspire people to think about, for example, can we do beyond? Just like, for example, why do we have so much sci-fi movies that talk about colonizing outer space? Yes, of course, for entertainment, but it's also inspire people by making people think, "Oh my God, how cool would it be to go in outer space or something?" Or like all those war movies that, of course, it's more meant for entertainment, but at the same time can inspire people to say, "Oh my God, can you imagine how cool it would be to actually serve in a battle or this historical event," which also kind of inspires people to want to serve in the military. So what my point is, entertainment can definitely inspire people. But so in the end of the day, if we were to inspire people to focus on other things, well, it's not necessarily us to inspire people to focus on to be progressive, but my point here is more the premise of realizing that entertainment can inspire people, for that matter. Okay, that's what I'm trying to get at more. Okay, it definitely has an ability to inspire people, and of course, if you're just focusing on negative stuff, it can inspire people to be negative, for that matter, and destroy their community. Because obviously, it's much easier to make things interesting when it comes to a topic of like how we can destroy our community versus how we can build it up. Like, in a sense that anyone can think it's cool to be a gangster going around shooting people and all that sort of stuff, like it's a movie or something, versus realizing, okay, to really build up a community, I have to have a job which I might not even like, and so on and so forth. So the truth of the matter is, rap music has absolutely played a role in destroying, gangster rap specifically has played a role in destroying the black community. It's not that we can't talk about it. It's because there's a difference between talking about it like, "This is the struggles I went through, I hope you don't go through it," versus, "This is all I talk about." And that's a problem I have with rap music. The specific subgenre of gangster rap, known as gangster rap. It's just that's all they freaking talk about all the time. So it becomes a case of a matter, you're putting people in a situation where they're under a lot of pressure, a lot of stress, everything from racism to living in poor communities where you're surrounded by a lot of people who in another life you wouldn't even have liked them anyway, even if things were actually going well in the black community, and so on and so forth. And you're playing like these hard ass beats and all this type of stuff, talking about gang stuff. At some point, someone's gonna kind of course, flip the fuck out. And that's exactly what I'm trying to get across here. The truth of the matter is, gangster rap absolutely is problematic at this point, and we're gonna have to make some changes for it, or else we're gonna still have the same problems. So anyway, this is my video. I hope you enjoyed it and found it informative. Just remember, if you like this video and videos like this, remember to thumb this video up and hit the subscribe button. And this is all I have to say. And simply put it, I'm out. So bye.